Coming to you live from Warped Tour 98 Chicago. Coming up, the Rev Horton Heat on Mind Melt Television. Yes.
Because there was water in it. Exactly. Yeah, yesterday, last week. When I was 7. 50 of them.
All right, we're first going to have to introduce the band, a little bit of heritage and rundown on, you know, what the Rev Horton Heat's about since Rev's not here.
Okay.
We're going to have to handle it for him.
All right.
Hi, I'm Roger Daltrey from The Who. And this is
Pete Townsend. No.
right now we're really collectively 2 members of the Rev Horton Heat, and I'm Scott Shrillo. I play the drums, and this is
Jimbo Wallace, play the bass.
damn good.
There's 7 of them with water in it.
That was a week ago,
But what about that?
when I was 7.
See, as you notice, the interviewer is not on camera.
You're not hearing
so
the
we're answering
questions.
the questions, and you know, they're gonna have to overdub the questions later.
Well, I guess it was yellow.
Okay, let's move into more of the band and the sound, and like, you seem to be different than every other band here.
Oh, that's true.
How is it fitting in? I mean, is it cooler because?
Yeah, it's going great. A lot of our fans, we're getting a lot younger fans, you know, every day. This is real good for us. We've been playing smoky bars our whole life, and we kind of got used to that. And but I would say within the last 2 years, we've been playing to a lot of all ages shows, and it's been real good for us, man. Got a lot of kids coming out with Horton Heat shirts on and just digging the music and knowing, you know, the words, and we're digging it.
Lots of new fans, lots of kids checking it out. Go ahead.
Kids rule.
Kids.
Okay, what's in the Rev's briefcase?
Oh.
He's got a briefcase?
Yeah, well, we could tell you, but let's just say you can't cross the border with it.
Let's just say you have to wash them once they get dirty.
Okay, here's kind of a side question. We have different themes to different episodes, and we have an episode coming up called the Parade episode. Have you, as a child, or even recently, been in a parade or had a weird situation at a parade?
The Rev has a good parade story. One time he had another whole band besides me and Scott before we joined, and they were playing on a flatbed trailer going down the parade route, and I guess the bass player decided to jump off and run along the trailer and play to the crowd. Well, all of a sudden the truck started speeding up. So there goes the stage, and the Rev's on stage playing on this flatbed truck, and the bass player's running along, and finally the truck started going too fast and he couldn't catch up, and his cord just popped out, and he finally caught up with him. But that's the Rev's parade story. I'm scared of clowns, so yeah. I like those
I guess everyone has seen
Shriners and the mini cars.
Everyone has seen a cow pee before, but the first time I saw a cow pee when I was a little kid, I was pretty amazed. It sounded just like a garden hose.
Is that a cow in a parade?
Well, a parade, carnival, whatever you're saying, I don't know. I've never been in a parade, actually.
Kind of parallel to that, we have another episode coming up called the Manhood episode. And it's not the first time you got laid. It's some event that happened to you that you changed. Like, when I was a kid, I had G.I. Joes, and I treasured them. And one day, they fought each other and all got blown up.
Oh.
I moved on from my toys to another dimension. You had some sort of event that crashed you in.
Sexual perversion, baby.
That's a tough one.
Oh, yeah.
You're using G.I. Joe figures as a comparison to like what.
That was my example.
You mean something you treasured as a kid, then you finally got sick of it and you moved on to something else?
Right, you know, you lived your life with these toys for Christmas, and then you don't give a shit about them anymore.
Well, I kind of discovered myself at an early age, and I haven't stopped since. So.
Well, I'm still a kid, so I still everything I have, I'm still really into.
Okay.
I'm very immature. I'll probably never grow up, so I'm probably always like what I have and be happy with it.
That's fair enough.
A man and his toys.
Yep.
Okay, so out of all the bands here, I mean, who have you been grooving to?
All in the Pie Tasters.
Pie
What's up?
Tasters. Pie Tasters are supreme. They're great.
All kicked ass today as they always do. Always do. The Pie Tasters, really good
All right,
guys.
so wrap it up. I want you to give some words of wisdom to the viewers here. And
Okay.
then we should talk about drinking a little bit too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, if you're in the market to buy a new automobile, make sure you buy a car made this doesn't apply to myself, as I found out last night. Make sure you buy a car made before 1950. Otherwise, it is a white trash car
Oh, I don't agree
with no
with that. Not at
significance.
all.
I personally drive a 1970 GTO convertible, which is a wonderful car, and I always thought it was, but last night I was told differently.
Oh, well.
So,
Well, when you come out, if I don't know when this is going to air, but if you come out to the Warped Tour, bring plenty of sunscreen. And I don't think they let you bring water in, which is a real drag, but there's water here for everybody.
water tastes like plastic,
Yeah. But it's
doesn't
hot,
it? Oh,
as
you
can
got
tell.
different water. If you get the water over there, it tastes just like plastic.
Okay, all right, some sort of drinking thing. I mean, there's a lot of drinking involved around the traveling Reverend Horton Heat show,
Oh.
correct?
I stopped drinking when I ran out.
Yeah, we're the kind of band that, like, they ask bands, they go, are you guys selling out? We don't sell out, we run out. And when we run out, we get more.
Yeah. So that's our philosophy.
Gin the flavor of choice, or
Oh, no.
I don't bother with that stuff. I drink beer and I
Jägermeister. That would have
get
to
right
be
to the
good.
point. I'm not a sipper. I like to drink. I don't like to sit there and pound. That's what it's there for. Beer. That's why you got two hands. Cigarette in one, a beer in the other.
Never drink and skateboard.
And I'm also in an organization I recently started called DAD. It's called Drummers Against Drinking. It only applies before the performance and during the performance. It immediately expires after the show's done. Any other drummers interested in joining DAD? I'll be playing at 5 o'clock today. Come see me after the show, after we're done.
And have a drink.
We'll start drinking. You might not be able to drink though because you have to play. But I'll be drinking before you. You'll have a lot of catching up to do.
Rule. Good rule of thumb.
Yeah, he's in bad.
Bass
he's
player
bad.
Against drinking.
Okay, the show's called Mind Melt with a
Okay.
T. Just an ID, you know, we're Reverend Horton Heat. It's Mind Melt. We're
All right.
chilling in Chicago or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeehaw! This is Jimbo Wallace of Reverend Horton Heat and my buddy.
This is Scott Shrill at the Reverend Horton Heat, and you're listening to Mind Melt.
I gotta do it over, but you're watching Mind Melt.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, there could be a blind person there. I'm not saying there's not, but
And you're watching Mind Melt.
you got it.
Yeehaw! This is Jimbo Wallace with Reverend Horton Heat and my buddy.
This is Scott Shrill with the Reverend Horton Heat, and you're watching
Mind
Mind
Melt.
Melt. Good deal.
Thank you, guys.